thinks this could work for them? To focus on what they do well. Did it work for you? Okay. How many people admit that they probably spend a little more time saying what they don't want than what they do want? Yeah. Try flipping it around. You'll be shocked. It's really amazing. Even my husband will catch me when I'm doing this. Yes, ma'am.
How about if you do say what you want, and you do approach this, and the person receiving it chooses
not to do it?
No, well, or chooses to interpret it differently than the direct statement you're making, and then makes an issue out of it?
Yeah, isn't that interesting how we have selective and then creative listening? So, tell you what, if you're willing to do this kind of a role play with me, why don't I pretend to be you, okay, and say something that you might say. We'll use our trash can example, and you can tell me what a creative listener in your house might respond back. Does that sound something you're willing to do?
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right. Sweetheart, I would really love for you to take the trash cans out because, you know, the trash man's coming in the morning and I'm just really too tired to do it right now.
I know. I got it. You don't have to nag. They're nagging at me.
Sweetheart, I'm so glad you got it. Thank you. I'm not trying to nag at you. I just wanted to remind you in case it slipped your mind. So, guess we're good.
If you think so. I'll get to it. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay.
I know it needs to be done.
Great, honey. Thank you so much. I'm not going to worry about it then. Thank you again.
I'm just so glad you're in the
That's good.
trash.
She is right out there?
Yeah, good job.
So, yeah, you know what? My magic formula is throw in a lot of loving words. Always say thank you. Just kill them with kindness. I mean, it's really hard to stay angry at someone when they're being that loving to you. It's also really hard to be loving when somebody is responding back to you and, I get it, I got it, you're nagging me.
Or they think you're being sarcastic. When you're being nice, oh, thank you, they're like, they give you this attitude like you're condescending or, you know, or...
Some people will feel that way because maybe it's been a while since they have heard you say that. So what I'd recommend is look them in the eye to say, I really mean it. Make requests instead of complaints. And so what we were talking about with the trash can, perfect example. My complaining about, why don't you ever take it out? That's not really great. It'd be better to say, sweetheart, would you please do one? Works every time. Okay. Also, we talked about point number 6, which is to use calming, gentle language. You know, notice the tone of my voice when I'm talking. Okay, and I, by no means, am perfect, but if I'm in an emotional situation with somebody and they're yelling and screaming, like our wonderful actress here, Sandy, was describing the situation with her husband, I would.
It was my teenage son.
Or teenage son. Okay. Okay. Now teenagers, I gotta tell you, are tough, and I work with a lot of them. And sometimes you just want to say, "Okay, I'm going to use every strength of energy I have, not to lock you in your room forever." But you know, if you start talking really quietly and softly, then people seem to respond. And the more calming, loving words you can throw in there, sweetheart, I hear you, I understand. Really, really makes a huge difference. Okay, when you're talking to people, it's important for you to talk about how you're feeling rather than guessing or mind reading or thinking how the other person's feeling. You know, often we'll be in a heated situation and we'll say, I know what you think, I know what's going on in your mind right now, you're looking at her and you're thinking da 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 da. Or, you know, you're looking at me and you're not thinking about what I'm saying, you just want to get this done with, and you'll say whatever I need to hear so you can stop and walk out of the room. All right, instead of saying that, what I'd advise you to do is say something like, sweetheart, when you don't look at me when I'm talking with you, it makes me feel like I'm not very important to you. So use the technique where you're using I statements. You're talking about yourself. And that way, you're not mind reading for them. You're not telling them what they think or feel. How many people like to be told what they think and feel? Okay, like if right now I told you, this is the most spacious room you've ever been in, and it's the perfect optimal temperature, and you're just fine with everything. Would you think I was connecting with you? No. So I can tell what people are doing. So, you know, nobody likes to be told what they're thinking, how they're feeling, and what's going on. So if you do that in an argument, people aren't going to connect with you.